I, 28F, never thought I would be the kind of person to post something like this, but the situation has been eating at me, and the people around me are completely split. Some say I protected myself. Others say I crossed a line that cannot be uncrossed. I live alone in a small apartment building. Nothing fancy, but it is quiet and usually feels safe. About 6 months ago, a new neighbor moved into the unit across the hall. He looked normal enough, quiet, polite, the kind of person who nods but never really talks. At first, I barely noticed him. Then small things started happening. I would come home late and feel like someone had been standing outside my door. Not there anymore, just the feeling. Sometimes my doormat would be turned slightly, like it had been moved and put back wrong. Once, I could swear my door handle was warm, like someone had touched it recently. I told myself I was being paranoid. A few weeks later, I ran into him in the hallway. He smiled and said my name. I froze because I had never told him my name. I laughed it off and asked how he knew it. He said he heard someone say it once. That explanation did not sit right with me, but again, I let it go. Things escalated slowly. I started hearing soft knocks late at night. Not loud enough to be a real knock. Just enough to make me question if it was real. When I checked the peephole, no one was there. Once, I thought I saw movement on the other side of the door, but when I opened it, the hallway was empty. I stopped opening the door at night altogether. The worst moment happened about a month ago. I came home earlier than usual and heard voices inside my apartment. My heart dropped. I unlocked the door quietly and pushed it open just enough to see inside. No one was there. Nothing disturbed, but my bedroom door was slightly open, even though I always keep it closed. That night, I installed a small interior latch on my door. Not permanent, just something I could flip at night for peace of mind. A few days later, I heard a loud knock. Real this time. I checked the peephole and saw him standing there. He looked irritated. I did not open the door. I asked what he wanted through the door. He said he needed to talk to me. That it was important. I said no. He knocked again, harder, and said he had been trying to reach me for weeks. That I was ignoring him. That it was rude. My hands were shaking. I told him to leave. That is when he tried the handle. It did not open because of the latch. He went silent for a moment. Then he laughed. Not loud. Just a soft, breathy laugh. He said, "You should not lock people out who care about you." After that, he left. I did not sleep at all that night. The next morning, building management contacted me. They said there had been a complaint. Apparently, I had made my neighbor feel unsafe by refusing to open my door and installing unauthorized hardware. They asked me to remove the latch. I explained everything. The noises, the knocking, the handle. They said there was no proof and that I was probably misunderstanding things. A few friends agreed with management. They said I was spiraling. That anxiety can make normal behavior seem threatening. One even said I might owe him an apology for treating him like a criminal. Others told me I should trust my instincts. Here's where things get worse. 2 nights ago, I heard the latch move. Just slightly, like someone testing it from the outside. I stood frozen, staring at the door. Then I heard his voice, quiet and close, saying my name through the door. He said he knew I was home. He said locks only delay conversations. I called emergency services. By the time anyone arrived, the hallway was empty. No sign of him. The next day, I found a note slipped under my door. It said, "You cannot hide forever." I showed this to management. They finally took it seriously and relocated him temporarily while they investigate. Now some people are saying I went too far. That calling emergency services escalated things. That I could have talked to him earlier and avoided all this. They say I treated an awkward neighbor like a monster and ruined his life. I feel awful. I feel guilty. But I also feel terrified. So I need to know. Was I wrong to lock the door and refuse to open it, even if it made him feel unsafe?